I'm going to start with the session in a few minutes. Good morning, and I just want to check if you guys can hear me. I'm going to start with the session in a few minutes. Can you guys hear me? So I want us to go and look at this question for payroll. I want us to go and look at this question for payroll, right? So that we can see what to do. So usually with the payroll, I want us just to go to the answer sheet quickly, because I'm not going to waste the time. Even 30 minutes is a lot for me to be live today, because you guys are few, and I realize that maybe you need this payroll thing. So we're going to do payroll. The rest was on a plan order. Let's see. Just want to go to the answer sheet quickly there, just to show you how you approach this question, right? Number one, you need to have the formula, because the formula is important. That with payroll, one, you need to learn how to calculate your gross salary. Gross salary is equal to basic, right? So why this thing is like this now? Let me just fix that. So I was saying, for payroll, know the format, right? That you have to calculate a gross salary first. Gross salary is equal to basic salary plus bonus, if there is bonus, plus overtime, if there is overtime, plus benefit, if there is any kind of benefits, maybe what's this, house benefit and whatsoever. So plus benefits, and then you're gonna get your gross salary. Gonna get your gross salary right there. So this is how you calculate your gross salary, and then from gross salary you have to less your deductions. And then your deductions there, I don't know how many deductions will they provide for you at some point, but and then after lessing deductions you're gonna get your net salary or your net remuneration. Alright, so we will go and identify the salary based on the question that we'll be doing. I don't want to mention them, but this is the basic format of the payroll. So let's go to the question now, because this is what you need to have in your mind. It's not even a big deal, man. And please don't panic when you get to the test. Just do what you know. So now let's look at this question. I'm just gonna read first and then we'll be analyzing. All right, we'll be analyzing. They say Ruby manufacturers manufacture solar geysers that are sold by various distributors on the domestic market. The following information has been gathered in respect of employees of Ruby manufacturers for March 2022. Employee Henry Sabulo, gross salary 20,500. And then we've got Jabu has worked for 45 hours at a rate of 200 per hour. The normal working hours are 40 hours per week. Overtime is remunerated at a time and a half. A time and a half means 1.5, right? So they say determine Jabu's gross remuneration for the week ending 31st March 2022. And then they also gave you the following deductions apply to all the employees of Ruby manufacturers as follows. Pension fund is 77.5% of the gross amount for normal time. You see now, so people were asking me, like especially those that I taught this thing in my private sessions, that why did you use basic salary there, why did you use gross salary? You see now, when they say for normal time, that means for normal time you're going to calculate pension fund on normal time. Normal time is your basic salary. Remember, if you check on the format that I gave you for this thing, normal time means basic salary. So you need to read everything. And then they say to you, number 2, unemployment insurance fund is 1% of the gross amount. 1%. You see now, there's a difference between the normal time. The normal time is the basic salary. The basic salary. And then the now, that means we are not going to use the same amount to calculate unemployment fund or and pension fund. We're not going to use the same amount. So I hope you guys are getting that, because you need to be careful when you read that. They're instructing you, use gross salary, use normal time or basic salary. You need to know. So you're not going to rush into the test and say, no, here we use basic salary. They tell you what to do in accounting, you do, right? And then they say they both contribute 280 per month to their respective trade unions. Okay, and then they say pay or pay as you earn for Henry is 3,690,000. Right, and then they say note maximum UIF contribution is 177.12 per month, meaning that if you calculate pay as you earn, you find that is more than 177.12, you take the one that they said is the maximum. You're only gonna take that one. You're not going to take the one you got even if it's more than 177 rand and 12 cents. You're gonna take 177.12 cents as your UIF, unless if it's less than this, you can take that one, because they said the maximum UIF contribution should be 177.12 per month. All right, and then they say calculate the net remuneration for Henry for March 2012. So we're going to start with Henry, and they also say calculate for Jabu for a week, right, for week ending 31st March 2022. So let's go and start with the remuneration for Henry. All right, let's go there. So now, number one, for Henry, they just said they gave us 20,500. They never, you see, if for Henry, as we go through the information, there is no overtime, there is nothing, right? So that means when we record this one, I want us to go back to our answer sheet, then record this one, because you say there is no overtime, there is no bonus, there is no benefit. So now when you record this type of equation, you go to your answer sheet right there. This is payroll for Henry, ne? Just gonna indicate that this is the payroll for Henry, right? And then remember, for Henry, what do we have? Do we have any normal hours? No, they just gave us 20500, isn't it? They just gave us that amount, right? Now we continue. Do we have any bonus? No. Do we have any overtime for Henry? No. Do we have any benefits? No. So your salary, your gross salary remains the same as the basic. I don't know if I make sense right there. Your salary remains as the basic, because if you had this other stuff, you're going to add them, so you don't have them. I don't know if you follow. And then from there we are going to have what? Deductions. From there we are going to have deductions. Do I have people who are following me? Are you guys with me? Is there any question before I move to something else? Do I have any question before I move to something else? Can I move to deductions? Do you guys understand? Do you guys understand? Because you need to better have the understanding of the formula. That basic salary, you have to add bonuses. We don't have for Henry. We have to add overtime. We don't have. We have to add benefits. We don't have. So it remains the same as the gross salary that was given there. All right. So now I want us to go back to the question to identify the deductions. I want us to go back to the question to identify the deductions that were given, right? So for Henry, they say you use normal time, right? For Henry, you're gonna just use that gross salary to calculate pension fund. So number one, I want us to go to the deductions right there. So now number one, they say deductions, they say pension fund is 7.5% of the gross amount for normal time. So obviously For Henry, we don't have whether normal time or any other time, so we just have normal time. So that means we're going to use that to 20,500. Right, so now let's go and calculate pension fund for Henry. Let's go to our answer sheet right there. We're gonna say pension fund, and then you open brackets, 20,500 multiplied by 7,5. Divide by 100. Calculate for me quickly, how much is your pension fund today? How much is your pension fund right there? How much is your pension fund quickly right there? Can I see that on the charts quickly? Let's not waste the time today. Let's not waste the time. Let's not waste the time today. By 7 I will be maybe leaving this life, so let's do it quickly and check if we can do CVP. I don't know, but let's see. So it's 15. So Hope, what is that? 15,375, or you forgot the comma? So that means that is 1,537. 1,537 and 50 cents. So 1,537 and 50 cents. Right, that is your pension fund. All right, that is your pension fund. And then I want us to go back to our question right there. I want us to go back to our question. On our question, we are going to identify another thing. So we've got what we call UIF. I think there we've got UIF. We have UIF. All right. So UIF, they said to you, let's see, let's go back to the question quickly. So UIF, they say maximum UIF contribution is 177 and 12 cents per month, right? And then now I want us to go and calculate that for Henry, right? So when we calculate that UIF, we need to bear in mind that if it's more than 177,12, we're gonna take 177,12 because they say that is the maximum per month. I'm not going to take anything more than that. I hope you guys are with me. So now I want us to go back to the answer sheet. You remember UIF, they say is 1% of the gross amount, right? So let's go there. UIF, let's see, open brackets, 20,500 multiplied by 1 out of 100. How much are you getting there? Remember, I want to show you this quickly. How much are you getting right there? Please put the answer on the charts. How much are you getting? How much are you getting for UIF? So you see, so I see people are saying they're getting 205. So 205 cannot be the UIF for Henry. Why? Because they said it must be kept at 177,12, because That is the maximum that they allow the employee to pay. That's what they're saying. That's why there's that NB that you say this should be. So our UIF for Henry is going to be 177,12. We are ignoring that one. Why? Because it's more than the maximum, and they said the maximum UIF should be 177,12. Are you with me? So now we calculated, but we indicate that calculation like that, but we're going to keep our UIF as 177,12 because they say to you, if you check on the question there, they say to you, note maximum UIF contribution is 177,12 per month. It must not be more than this. So since it's more than this for Henry, we're just gonna take what they said is maximum here. I don't know if I make sense. Please comment there if you hear what I'm saying, so that when I put this amount there, people can understand what I'm saying. So your UIF is 177,12. I don't know if you guys hear me. Please put a comment on the chat if you guys can hear me and if you can understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to go to the answer sheet there and record 177,12. That is your UIF for Henry. Why? Because the maximum UIF is 177,12, not the one you got of 205, because it's more than the maximum. So we're not going to have more than maximum. We put it as maximum as is, because the UIF is supposed to be 205. We can indicate that one, but the actual one that we must record here is 177,12, which is the maximum income that the employee must pay in a month. Do you guys understand? All right, good. So now let's proceed. If you guys understand. So I just wanted to do for you to do that calculation. That is possible that you get more, but they say no, we're not going to pay. We're not going to allow anyone to pay more than 177,5. Or I mean, 12. So let's proceed. I hope you guys understand this. So the UIF, you don't have to stress because it doesn't even have a lot of big marks, but you must know that you are going to write about it, and you must get better marks. So let's proceed. Another contribution is medical aid. Medical aid contributions. Henry is contributing 1,900, John 300 a week. So medical aid contributions. So you can just go to your answer sheet, medical aid. Medical aid for Henry is 1,900, right? And then let's see what else there. And then there's what? Unions, trade union, they both contribute to 8. Trade union, they both contribute to 8. So we go to the answer sheet, they will say trade union. To 8. They both contribute to 8. And then let's go and check on the question. What do we have? We have got pay as you earn. We've got pay as you earn. Henry pays 3,690. 3,690. 3,690. 3,690 pay. So let's go and record that one. Pay as you earn. They say Henry pays 3,690, right? And then now we are done with this. I think that is the last That is the last deduction. All right, that is the last deduction. Pay, he pays 3,690. Are you with me right there? And then now, since we are done, right there with this, let's go and check if there's any other on the question. Just to double check and make sure. So we are done, right? We are done. So now let's calculate the gross salary, I mean the net salary, I mean to say. Let's calculate the net salary for Henry. Calculate the net salary for Henry. Let's calculate the net salary for Henry there. There we go. Let's calculate the net salary or the net remuneration for Henry. So number one, you must calculate gross. You must calculate deductions. Again, tell me how much are deductions. You have to add all these deductions there. So how much are deductions right there? Add all deductions there. Get them. You're gonna put them there, and then after that we can calculate our net salary or our net remuneration. So now let's calculate our deductions. How much are deductions? Let's do them. Let's do it quickly. It's 1,537 and 50 cents plus 177,12 plus 1,900 plus 280 plus 3,690. How much is your deductions right there? Put in brackets quickly. As I'm waiting for the answer on the chart, let's do so. So deductions, you're saying is 7584. Seven five 846,62. 7584 62, and then from there let's calculate our net remuneration or salary there quickly. How much is the net salary or remuneration? Can we all participate and do it quickly? We don't have time. Can we do that quickly? We don't have time. Let's calculate our remuneration quickly. Let's calculate our remuneration quickly. Our net quickly. Let's put our net quickly and then we proceed to the next guy. So our remuneration there, I see it's people are saying it's 12,915 and 38 cents. Okay, so we're gonna put it there. 12 915, 38. All right, now we are done with Henry, right? We are going for Jabu. So I'm gonna copy the same format because we must use the same format. Jabu, payroll, for Jabu. All right, payroll for Jabu there, and then I'm gonna copy the same format there. Are you guys still here? Are you guys following? So I'm just gonna erase all of this. Are you guys still here? Are you guys still around? Are you getting ready for the test? All right, and then now let's go and check the question. Now I'm done with the format right there. We're going to check the question and then we'll take it from there. So we're doing for Jabu now. So now for Jabu, let's go to the question. Jabu, they say Jabu has worked for 45 hours at a rate of 200 per hour. The normal working hours are 40 hours per week. Normal hours are 40 hours per week. So from there, that is a basic salary for Jabu. Basic salary is for normal hours, again. So basic salary is for normal hours. So they say it's 200 per hour, and working hours per week that are normal is 40 hours per week, because he only worked for a week. I don't know if you get my point right there. All right. So how do we calculate that? That means for Jabu, we are going to start by calculating a basic salary. We're going to calculate basic salary for him, or basic wage for him. All right. So we're gonna go there and open brackets. Open brackets. Actually, because he worked for a week, we can just say basic wage, no problem, because you can say basic wage, gross wage. All right, and we can also, this side we can say net wage or remuneration. All right, because a wage is the amount that we pay someone for a week. Right, so he worked for a week, this one. So what we're going to do, we're going to have basic salary for Jabu. 1, they say he worked for 40 days, 40 days a week, which are normal, multiply by 200. That is a normal rate for him. All right, so it's gonna be 40 times 200. 40 times 200 rand. How much is your how much is the basic salary for Jabu there? How much is the basic salary or wage for Jabu there? Basic wage or salary for Jabu there, how much? I'm waiting for the answer on the chat. Remember, we don't have time. Let's do it quickly. Can we do the rate for Jabu, basic salary for Jabu, or basic wage for Jabu quickly? It's gonna be 40,000 multiplied by 200. 40,000 multiplied by 200. Basic wage or salary. So remember, for Jabu we can say wage, because a wage is an amount that we pay for someone for working a lesser time, maybe within a week. So how much is the basic wage for Jabu? Quickly. So I changed the basic salary to basic wage because Jabu worked for a week. So how much is that? So 8,000. Right, I see people are saying 8,000. So we say 8,000 on our answer sheet there. 8,000. All right, did Jabu work for any bonuses? No, but they said normal hours. Remember, they said normal hours for Jabu, right? They said normal hours is 40 per week, but he worked 45 hours. It means 5 hours are for overtime. 5 hours are overtime because he worked 40. He was supposed to work 40 hours, but he worked 45. That means 5 hours are for overtime. So that means you're gonna have to go to your answer sheet there. All right, on overtime, you open brackets, you say 5 hours multiplied by, they say to you, this guy, he works he worked overtime, and then I want us to go and clarify the issue of overtime so that we get the right answers proper. Are you with me? So let's go back to the question. I want to clarify this one properly. On the question, they are saying overtime is remunerated at a time and a half. A time and a half is 1,5, right? So for you to calculate the correct amount, you're just going to say on your answer sheet there, right? You're going to say 5 multiplied by 1,5. 1 time and a half. Time and a half means 1,5. Then after that, you can multiply by the rate. How much are you getting there? After that, you can multiply by the rate. I don't know if you guys get my point. So how much is Jabu's overtime? How much is Jabu's overtime amount there? Time and a half is 1,5. So you say 5 hours multiply by 1,5 multiply by 200, which is the rate per hour. How much there? Let's put it on the chart quickly. Let's put the amount on the chart quickly. How much? $1.5. Okay, 1.5. $1,500. And then on the question, they never spoke anything about the benefits, so there's no benefits here. Okay. And then 9, we put 0 there. We put 0 right there. Okay, and then now we can calculate our gross wage or our gross salary. Gross wage or gross salary, because I call it gross wage because it's a weekly amount. Okay, so how much is our gross wage there? You're gonna say 8,000 plus 1.5. How much is our gross wage? Let's put that on the chart quickly. How much there? Quickly. How much is our gross remuneration? How much is our gross remuneration? Can we put on the charts quickly? Let's all participate so that we can finish quickly. $9,500. Now we need to go and calculate now deductions. We have got pension fund, nothing changes. Remember, we've got pension fund, but pension fund, remember they said is, I want us to go back to the question and understand this. Now look, they are saying to you pension fund is 7.5% of the gross amount for normal time. Gross amount for normal time is basic salary. So for us to calculate pension fund for Jabu, we are going to use 8,000, which is the basic salary. I don't know if you guys will get my point, because I don't want people to go and say, no, you said this is basic, this is gross, said we must calculate, we must use gross. We are following the question instructions. We are following the question's instructions. I don't know if you guys will get my point. They say pension fund is calculated on gross amount for normal time, not including overtime. So we're not going to use the gross wage, we're going to use the basic salary. I don't know if you get my point right there. Please comment if you get my point, because you guys, you must just don't cram, read the question. The question is telling you this, you want to do something else, that when you are taught like that, that's cramming. It shows that you guys don't listen when we teach. We just cram and they, oh, we do it like this, and then when you get to the test, it's another story. Do you understand? So we don't want that, man. So we're going to use basic salary, guys. Do you agree? We're going to use basic salary to calculate pension fund for Jabu. So if you agree, let's go to our answer sheet, please, because those mistakes, they really, like, you know, make some us to be angry with you, because like we're like, this student, what's wrong with them? Why are they feeling something like this? Because they are telling you. So it means we have to say 8,000 multiplied by 7.5 over 100 there. How much is the pension fund for Jabu? I'm waiting for the answer on the chat. Please don't make these mistakes. Read the question. Don't go to exam panicking or the test panicking. Relax. Read for understanding. Do the right thing. I don't think someone cannot see this. Or no, gross salary pension fund for Jabu is going to be based on the normal hours. And normal hours is where is the basic wage or salary there. Alright? So how much there? As I'm waiting for the answer on the chat. I'm just emphasizing this so that people cannot make this mistake. Sometimes to relax and get the right answers, not because you crammed, is good. 600. Okay, people are getting 600. So we go to our answer sheet there. We say 600. There we go. Say 600 there. All right, and then pension fund. Now look, watch this. Let's go to our answer sheet, our question again. If you're going to do your own thing there, we're going to have issues. They say to you, UIF, the unemployment insurance fund, is 1% of the gross amount. You see now, not of the normal time, of the gross amount. Now that means for us to calculate UIF, 1% of that UIF, we are going to use what? The 9,500, which is the gross amount. Are you with me? The gross amount. So let's do the right thing, please. Let's do the right thing there. So we go to our UIF. All right, we open brackets there. We say 9,500 multiplied by 1 out of 100. How much are you getting? How much are you getting? How much are you getting? I hope you got this. So that's where people say, no, but this one you used basic salary. No, this one you use gross. So I hope you see the difference. There is an instruction in the paper. That is why we're not just, we know that most of the things you have to use gross, but now when there's an instruction on the paper, what must we do? Do we do what we know, or we do what the instruction is saying on the paper? Because I was getting this morning, I woke up this morning, I'm checking my WhatsApp, I'm getting a lot of messages. Hey, why did you use basic? Hey, why did you use gross there? Hey, what? Guys, read the question nicely with better understanding. So how much is your this one? $95. So we're going to record this 95 now. You know why? Because the question says, note, maximum contribution must be 177.12, but if it's below, then we are fine. We are still fine. So for Jabu it's 95. unlike for Henry, you remember. So for Jabu there, 95. We are done. Alright, 95. So I hope you guys got why sometimes we use the basics, because the instruction is given on the paper. Alright, so now let's go to our medical contributions. Medical contributions, they say for Henry, let's go there. Medical contributions, they say for Henry is 1.9, and then for John, they say John, but the John is Jabu, it's 300, right? 300. So we go and put that 300 there. 300. Alright, I think they were supposed to say Jabu there, not John. Alright, 300. So we go to our answer sheet there. 300 medical aid, and then trade union. Let's go to our answer our question there. Trade union, they say they both pay 280. Trade union, they both pay 280. You go to your answer sheet, you say 280. These are copy and paste now, so a lot of things people must know. And then for pay as you earn, did we have any instruction on pay as you earn for Jabu? Because I see for Henry on the question there, we don't have for Jabu. Are you with me? We don't have for Jabu. So that means Jabu, pay as you earn, we put 0. We don't have it. Right? We put 0 there. Let's see. Where is that? We put 0 and then we are done. Now, this is your payroll. I don't know if you understand. I don't know what's difficult, but let's go and have a better mind of approaching the test. Don't approach the test when you are panicking. You are going to write panic there. So you must relax, drink water, calm down, take a deep breath, please. And then now let's add our deductions. And how much are deductions for Jabu there? How much are deductions for Jabu? Let's do so quickly and put the answer on the charts. Because we have to get done with this now. We don't have time. Because I believe we won't jump to CVP, because you guys 7 you must be bathing, 8 you must be leaving to school there, because you are writing at 9. So you don't want to get there late and then you are frustrated, you are sweating, running. No, you must relax. Alright, so how much is your deductions for Jabu there? So deductions for Jabu is 1275. Is everyone getting 1275? I hope CVP, so it's easy. You just have to know the formula. I'll just brief you with the formulas and then we are done for CVP. Alright, so I'm just gonna brief you. At least I'll try that. So we are winning. Are we all winning? Are we all winning? I want us to double check something on the question there. I want us to double check something. You see, let's go and double check something on the trade union there. Where is that? So they say they both contribute 280 per month to their respective trade unions. So that's fine. It's fine. Because I'm thinking if they say per month and this one worked a week, then what do we do? But it's fine. It's okay. So 1275 in brackets there, 1275. Then we're gonna say 9,500 with less deductions. How much is your net wage there? 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 Or net remuneration or net payment? Or net amount? How much is your net amount quickly? Let's put that on the charts fast. Let's all put that on the charts fast. It's 8225. 8225. 8225. Alright, we are done. And then this is your thing. I don't know, people, you are stressed, and this is the simplest thing to do. Not even a lot of marks, but yeah, you are going to get something. And it will boost a lot. So if you get total here, we are good, we are happy for you. So let's go and work here. And then we still have 10 minutes. So let's see. I wanted us to do CVP, but we couldn't because of time, right? So they say to you there, let's see, on the question, I'm just gonna give you formulas for these ones if I can quickly. Let's see, we are done with this one. Let's go to this one. So now we can't do this now, ne? Because we don't have time. It's gonna just be a lot. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna give you formulas, but I know you know them. So here they say the sales commission they say is 5% of your sales. So now you have a responsibility to calculate sales first, right? Oh, your sales is there, it's given. So this one, I'm just gonna do it quickly. It's gonna be 200,000, which is your sales up there, multiply by 5 out of 100. How much is your sales commission there? How much is your sales commission there? Quickly, I'm not going to the answer sheet, I'm just doing others that I cannot calculate. I'll just give you a formula, you will see what to do. Give me the answer for sales commission there quickly before 7. We are out here. How much is on the memo, Michael? You can't say on the memo is different. Tell us how much is on the memo so that we fix that mistake quickly, because you are just frustrating people. On the memo is how much, Michael? Quickly. And then in the meantime, let's calculate our sales commission. Michael, we are waiting for you. On the memo is how much? So this 10,000 is for sales commission. Michael, I'm waiting for the answer for the one that you say on the memo is different. We will correct that quickly. Now we have a chance to correct. Michael, please do the right thing. How much is on the memo? Now I don't have the memo. Remember, I do the question. I don't have the memo. So if there is a memo and then it says something, let's double check and see what is the problem. So I'm going back to this one. So it's 10,000 rand there, 10,000 rand, and then marginal contribution per unit. Marginal contribution per unit is going to be, it's like marginal contribution is marginal income, ne? Marginal contribution is marginal income. So it's going to say total marginal income. Total marginal income divided by number of units sold or sales units to get your marginal income paid. That means you have to prepare the what? You have to prepare the marginal income statement. You have to prepare the marginal income statement. All right? You have to prepare the marginal income statement. I don't know if you guys follow. You have to prepare the marginal income statement. So Jabu, we are waiting for you. I mean, Michael, we are waiting for you on the we're waiting for you on that one that you said on the memo is different. We're waiting for you. I'm just trying to check if I can do a marginal income statement quickly for you. I'm just checking that if I will have time for that. All right. So marginal contribution ratio. What is the marginal income ratio? Those who know, before I tell you, marginal contribution ratio. Marginal contribution ratio. So marginal contribution ratio, just gonna say marginal, what is that? Marginal income divided by sales, you multiply by 100. All right, those who have got the memo will confirm with us. And then break-even point in units. Break-even point in units is total fixed costs, and you are going to use per unit here, ne? On the marginal contribution ratio, use the amount per unit. Okay, so break-even point in volume or unit is going to be total fixed cost divided by marginal income per unit. All right, and then break-even point in rent value. Break-even point in rent value, you have to say break-even point in units. The one you calculate, you would have calculated up there, you multiply by sales price per unit. Alright, marginal safety. Marginal safety, you're gonna say what? Sales, right? Sales units, you minus what? Those who know the formula, put us on the chat there. Me, I'm tired. Marginal or margin of safety in units is going to be what? Sales less sales less what? And then marginal safety in rent value as well. Marginal, these ones that they're not, these are simple stuff that I want you to put. Maybe I can tell you which one. This one, number 12. Number 12, they're saying calculate the units to be sold if a profit of 25,000 is expected. So here, after calculating your everything, you're gonna have to say total. Number 12, right? It's gonna give you formula for number 12, not everything. The others you can check in the textbook quickly. They're there. So this one is going to be, you open brackets, you say total fixed costs plus expected profit. Expected profit close brackets, divide by marginal income per unit, and then you will get the number of units to be sold to make a profit of 25,000. all right, I hope marginal step for you. Please go and check this, they are there, it's easy. Sales less break-even point units, so they are there, these things. So let's go and check them. This one I gave you. So for you to calculate this per unit and everything, you when they ask about the marginal income, just prepare the marginal income statement, then a lot of things gonna come from there. So I guess I summarized quickly. I summarized quickly, isn't it? Very fast. So I hope we are ready. And don't be frustrated. Please relax. Write what you know. Write what you have studied. Write what we have taught you. And I hope the lecturers have done a good work to help you. And me, I'm just, helping you there and there. And then I believe you guys are going to get total 100 out of 100. It's possible. It's possible. You get 100 there, we move. Alright? So go and get 100. I wish you all the best. And please join us next time when we prepare for the exam. And those who want to join our private sessions for exam, you only pay in October, and in November you don't pay. We're just gonna help you for free. It's 250. And those who joined us this morning for the first time, do not forget to subscribe, like and share. And salute. Are we good? Can we move? Thank you. But I said them. At least formula you tell us there. But I told you guys, sorry, is sales units less break-even point units. The rent value, you use the rent value for sales. You use the break-even point for rent value. We are done. It's easy. So good luck and all the best. Because Michael, since we're waiting for him on the memo thing, he deleted. You see now, it's a problem. It's a problem. Why did you delete Michael? But anyway, I hope you guys understood, and I hope you guys gonna do well and sharp. See you next time.